Shipwrecked Chapter 14, Dangerous Heights. Yeah, whatever. Basically, this book is aged like milk in the sun. As time stands still as Anne collapses in front of you, blood seeps down her arm where the bullet pierced her. Anne! You scramble to her, trying to pull her to her feet. You see Tack closing in, her gun still raised. Anne, get up. I can't lose you. You mean too much for me. And also Tack is coming. I know, but you have to go save yourself. You've reached the maximum bond level! No, I won't leave you here to die. You look around for a means of escape. Tack and her smugglers close in from the front and sides, forcing you to back against a steep drop into the ocean. Hang on to me, I have a plan. You carefully help her up, wrapping her uninjured arm around your neck. Well, well, well. Looks like you're in a pickle. I'll give you one more chance to surrender. And be hail, sick experiment. Never. Go to hell, Tack. Look around, you're trapped and out of options. Actually, we still have one. Jump. She swipes at you, but you wrap your arms around her and waist and leap off the cliff. No! Yes. The water rushes towards you as you free fall. You crash into the water, basking in the warm embrace, and Bob's beside you, struggling to keep her eyes open. She's losing a lot of blood. I need to hurry. Several bullets pierce the water as you swim towards her. Blood clouds the water around her. Tack must be trying to finish the job. And stay with me. You grab her beneath her arms and start kicking towards the shore out of sight of the cliff you jumped from. You break the surface, gasping for air, and manage to pull her to the beach. You press both hands against her gushing wound, trying to stop the blood. You cannot die on me. I need you. You know, you could take your jacket and wrap it around her arm. That would be actually better than quote-unquote holding the wound. You apply more pressure, and she stirs, grimacing in pain. That hurts. But it means you're alive. For now. Don't talk like that. You'll make it. You should have left me back there with Tack. I'm not worth it. You are to me. We need to get out of here. Can you walk? Yeah, I think so. She presses her good hand to the wound as you help her stand, then head towards the jungle. Stick with me, folks. You'll survive whatever we go into. Oh, after a while, when you're finally sure you've lost your pursuers, you stop to catch your breath beside a thundering waterfall. When you noticed Anne wobbling a bit, her arm hangs limp, blood seeping between your fingers. We need to patch you up before we go any further. It's nothing, I can't keep going. She starts forwards, but trips over a root and takes a knee. Or maybe I should take a minute. Yeah, just a minute. Do you know how to treat a bullet wound? Yeah, I can improvise something. That would be a lot easier with a second set of hands. After all, you are a doctor here. Really? He has a coat. You take it off. And she starts smiling. I may not be a medical doctor, but I know the basics of how to treat a gunshot wound. Now strip. It'll be easier and cleaner to treat your wound that way. She literally has barely anything on as it is. You sure you don't have any other motive? I'm serious. Shirt off. Even though she's wearing like a top with no sleeves, but you know. She removes her shirt, then winks at you and takes her pants off too. What? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we needed the pants. Jesus Christ. She settled against a large boulder and you kneel beside her, shaking your head and smiling. Just the shirt would have been fine. Gotta make sure it's as clean as possible. You use the spring's water to wash the blood away as best as you can, letting you examine the wound more closely. Well, looks like it went cleanly through. There's an exit wound back here. It's where you wiggle your finger. Maybe it's not such a good idea to come with me. Good. I wasn't looking forward to having you dig in my arm with a stick. I thought you liked my hands on you. On me, sure. In my arm? No. We should clean this properly. I don't want it to get infected. You have Anne apply pressure on the wound while you start a small bonfire and boil some water. If only I had my first aid kit with me. There are some clean bandages in there. When I use the outfit from Hale, it's no good to me. Good idea. It's the only decent thing I've ever done. Too bad we have to ruin something so nice. You looked hot in it. What can I say? Yeah, but it didn't feel like me. You rip up the blue shirt and white pants, then soak the strips in boiling water. You pour some of the water into your bottle and then turn to Anne regretfully. Yep, this is gonna hurt. I'm sorry, I need to clean it. How much is this gonna hurt? Well, you've been shot, right? You're gonna pour boiling hot water into and around the wound. It's gonna hurt like hell. Well, I won't blame you if you screamed. It can't be that. I dealt with the worst. As you pour water on the wound, her head falls back and she lets out a loud yell. I'm not yelling, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's it, just a little more. We've now let everyone in the island know where we are. She hisses in pain, pulling away reflexively as you wash deeper parts of the wound. The longer you resist this, the longer it'll take me to clean. I'm not trying to resist. Maybe I should just risk infection. Trust me, you don't want that. Now hold still. As you continue to clean her, she can't help but shift even more in pain. Maybe she just needs a distraction, like when she helped me with a jellyfish sting. I should distract her by straddling her lap. That'll work. You pause your torture of her and swing your legs to either side of her. What are you doing? I'm getting a better vantage point. Would you prefer if I moved? I didn't say that. Maybe I should do this instead then. You snake your free hand beneath her underwear, teasing her just enough to get close while you're cleansing her wound. Really? Really? Okay, whatever. When you're satisfied with your work, you pull back, nodding with gratification that no bullet fragments remain in the wound. I'm done cleaning. Was that so hard? Not when a man like you is taking care of me. Your idea was to just, alright, whatever. You hold one palm to her wound, keeping pressure while you retrieve some of the makeshift bandages. You slowly begin to wrap her arm. At least the part's, less painful. She relaxes beneath your touch as she winds strips of cloth around the wound. Have you, always had a low pain tolerance? Oh, Jesus. I do not. You nearly jumped out of your skin when I put water on your wound. I hate to think what you'd do if I had alcohol to clean it with. Actually, alcohol would hurt less than boiling hot water. I'm just throwing that on there. She shudders at the thought. She scowls at you, grumbling to herself. Look at her. I'm too tired to play tough. I'm glad. Shows you're comfortable with being vulnerable with me, at least. It's not the first time. You've had me at your mercy before in more fun situations. That's true. Though getting to tease you for your reaction to water is pretty fun for me. She scoffs, but turns it into a chuckle. Just don't tell anyone. It'll ruin my reputation. You can bet I'm telling the first smuggler we see about how you cried when I cleaned your wound. I didn't cry. I mean, technically you did scream. I guess you'd better stay close to me. Make sure I don't spill all your secrets. Well, that I can do. You pull the two ends of the cloth, strip tight, and tie it off. She draws in a sharp breath at the motion, closing her eyes for a moment. I can't say I loved getting a bullet wound dressed, but at least I have a gorgeous guy to play doctor for me. I'm glad you appreciate my sexy bedside manner. You stand back to admire your handiwork while Anne changes in her clothes from her bag. Not a bad job, if I say so myself. It should hold until we can make it back to camp. She flexes her arm. testing your range of motion. Best gunshot wound I've ever had. 5 out of 5 stars, Doc. I almost am ready to run laps around the island. Good thing you don't need your arm to run. Almost. What did I forget? My post-op prescription. A kiss to help me heal. You smirk, leaning in close to her. Your words come quiet and rough, just above a whisper. We certainly can't forget that. Her breath catches in her throat as your lips hover above hers. You can sense her need for your touch. You press your mouth against hers, gently giving her the satisfaction she craves. Oh. Her hands cup the back of your neck, keeping you firmly in place, but you don't mind. Your tongue ravels alongside hers, tangling in a familiar dance. You feel the heat inside you rising to a fever pitch, begging for more. She shudders beneath you, wincing, and you immediately pull back. She gingerly tests her arm, holding it gently with the other. I'm so sorry. Don't be, patch me up. I just need to be careful for a bit. Maybe a refreshing dip in the water would help. You... Jesus Christ. And you're a doctor? So, yeah, no, that water, right? You realize things can get actually in that wound, right? You wade into the pool and are surprised to find it pleasantly warm against your skin. Does the water seem warmer than it should be to you? She walks up into her ankles and shrugs. It's not unusual for the tropics. She looks back the way you came and then shakes her head. As much as I want to rest, we need to keep moving. There's a trail of blood leading them here. Do you think they're still chasing us? I know, Tack. She won't rest until one of us is dead. Onward and upward, then. You stumble through the jungle as the vegetation grows denser, making it difficult to see more than a few inches in front of you. I can't see a thing. Or you've been on Moku for days. Trust your instincts. You mean the instinct to trip? She lets out a low chuckle. Her hands find yours, the warmth of her touch providing gentle reassurance. I've gotcha. The two of you walk carefully through the jungle, using the trees to steady yourselves. She reaches out to the next tree to support herself, and you see the branch move. It's not a branch! At your shout, she immediately pauses. You point out the yellow snake to her. You almost touched a python vividus, a specimen that size could swallow you whole. How did I miss that? Because we're like in a bunch of fog right now. You're injured and your instincts are, well, my instincts are just that good. Before you disturb the snake, you and Anne press forward, moving away from the sleeping animal. As you press forward, the trees steadily increase in size until the larger ones are the width of a house, extending several stories into the sky. This looks like a good place to camp out for the night. I don't know, there isn't much cover here. But wouldn't we be easy to find? Not if we're up in the trees. Yeah, how are you gonna climb with one arm? She approaches one of the nearest trees, nodding. Its roots are twice as large as her. And let me give you a boost. Look at your arm. You are in no condition to climb. Alright, get over here then, Doc. You stand by the giant roots and knit your hands together. She steps on them and then lifts herself high into the tree. She extends her good arm and helps you follow her up. Higher and higher you climb up in the wide trunk. Soon you're safely in a tight nook overlooking the pulsing waves of the ocean. Pretty. Nature. Ooh, even prettier. That is really gorgeous. It's sad, because sometimes Pixelberry can do really great artwork, and sometimes even really great stories. Then they release, like, a book like this, and then you put, like, the good artwork in the book, and then it just, it ages like milk. Whoa, what a view. She pulls herself up behind you, straddling one of the thicker branches, leaning her weight against its round, upward, curving arch. Nobody on the ground can spot us up here. You rest your head against the winding branch hanging over the water. For the first time since arriving at Dr. Hale's camp, you feel like you can breathe. It feels nice to relax for just a little bit. Maybe we can actually talk about what happened earlier. Which part? The part where you took a bullet for me? She is silent for a few moments. You can tell she's reliving your hectic escape. I just saw the gun and reacted. And thank you. That was the most selfless, encouraging thing anyone's ever done for me. It was weird. I didn't think. I just moved. Like instinct took over. My whole being couldn't stand the thought of losing you. You're suddenly aware of her every small movement. Her thighs pressing against yours, a gentle breeze blowing through her hair, her gaze flicking up to meet your eyes. I still can't imagine living in a world without you. Thinking of you being shot made me realize how I feel. And how do you feel? You can hear the blood pounding in your ears as your heart races, anxious for her next words. John, I love you. And I love you too. You do? Yes, why are you so surprised? She looks away and you see a flicker of vulnerability as she chooses her next words. You're smart, determined, unbelievably beautiful. You deserve, I don't know, someone better. Well, like it or not, I love you. You don't show it to too many people, but I've seen that sensitive side behind your sarcastic facade. Nothing gets past you, does it? Nope. You share a laugh, and brushes her fingers against your cheeks. You relish the feel of her rough calluses as her hands move down your body. Uh-oh. Gonna make bounce chicka wow wow in the tree, are we? She takes hold of your waist and slides you closer to her, her lips finding yours for a kiss that is desperate and joyous in equal measure. You feel her fire as she draws you to her, gripping your hips and lifting you on her lap. Her fingers splay out against your lower back. Your tongue threads with hers, weaving an intricate dance over and under and back and forth. You squeeze your legs around her, settling your arms on her shoulders. Are you sure about this? Your shoulder. We'll be fine, John. I want you... Her words send a throbbing need humming through you. Every nerve ignites as you clutch at the clothing, separating your bodies from skin-to-skin contact. Heat up things in the tree. No offense, but yeah, no. Like, I think when it comes to Bounce Chicka Wow Wow now, it's gonna be your hit or miss, really, to test it, and, you know, give her one more long, lingering kiss, and then pull back slowly, resting your wrists on her neck. I want to spend the night in your arms. I'd like that. Yeah, you don't always need to, you know, bounce chicka wow wow. You carefully lower yourself against the tree trunk, drawing her down beside you. You tighten your arm around her, molding her form to yours, and she smiles and lays her head on your chest. Hey. Hi. The soft ocean breeze rustles through the leaves, stirring the canopy above your head. Honeyed, floral scents mix with the salty brine of the ocean, wafting through the light wind and calming you immediately. Do you like living on an island? Sure, I don't know. It's not like I lived anywhere else. Do you like living on a continent? I guess I haven't really thought about it before. You've traveled at least. Would you want to move to an island? I think I would be open to it. Like I said, Moku. I like adventure, but between Volcano, Mad Scientist, and Stranded for Days stuff, I don't think I'm ready to move here. Good thing there are plenty of other islands. Like yours? Well, yeah. It'd mean keeping you around. I suppose I couldn't convince you to move to the US. Sorry, did I do that out loud? It'd be a tough sell. Good thing I wouldn't mind moving. You sigh against the tree trunk and hold her close. She nuzzles against your chest as you look out at the vast ocean. It's hard to believe that there's only a few hours ago we were running away from Tack and Dr. Hale. Speak for yourself, my shoulder says otherwise. I'm sorry, I should have thought about... Don't sweat it, you fixed me up pretty well, Doc. Well, at least for now. We should return to camp tomorrow so we can clean and redress it properly. Right, tomorrow... Her words trail off as she fights to keep her eyes open. You drop a kiss against the top of her head, smiling. Yeah, but everybody knows where our camp is. Do you think it's really logical to head back there? Go to sleep, Anne. Sweet dreams. But, even as you whisper to her, she begins snoring lightly. In the seconds before you close your eyes, something growing in the bark above you catches your attention. Mutated flowers are devouring the tree. Strange, I've never seen a species destroy its host organism so aggressively before. Even the forest with the red torch ginger wasn't this bad. Come to think of it, I don't think these vines were here when we arrived. Squinting your eyes, you follow the path of flowers, starting from the ground, and then moving up around the tree's trunk to extend across the branches stretched out over the ocean. And check this out. These plants are growing towards the ocean. Dr. Hale's chemicals must be accelerating their ability to mutate. Between the pollution from the lab and the seismic activity, every living thing is desperate to escape the island. Shh. She stirs, eyelids fluttering, and settles back against her chest. She smiles in her sleep and squeezes you tighter. You can't help but smile at her. You push away your thoughts about mysterious flowers, and your mind drifting back to the ones of Anne, safe in your arms, cradled high in the trees. And then we're gonna go back to the camp, you see, like dummies. The next morning, a loud rumble shakes you away, and you feel the tree shudder beneath you. They found us. Someone's cutting down the tree. What are the odds? No, it's the ground. The cliff's starting to crumble. I was about to say, like, what are the odds? Like, seriously. You watch as the ground heaves, breaking apart the ancient grove like it's made of thin twigs. It's a volcanic earthquake. Oh no, whatever will we do? That was super short. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, Discord if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, sorry I didn't go for the diamond choice, but you know how it is. If it's gonna lead to male chicken wow, especially in this book, I'm just gonna pass on it right now, or at least right then is just how I feel. And you know what? Hey, look how it turned out. You know, we got to cuddle, we got to snuggle, and not everything has to be that. Okay, that's just how it works. And that's how I personally feel, you know? Like, not everything has to be that, and you guys need to remember that, and hopefully take that as a life lesson. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. That's all I'll say. So, without further ado, love your beautiful faces. Remember to smash that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you here as part of the community, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.